It's so good to see you both. I have to say, oh my God, what a project. I could not stop watching yesterday. You're both ferocious in these roles. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there more pressure to play real-life characters that the world has been obsessed with for so many years? Javier, I'll start with you.
Yeah, it's a different responsibility. In the case of José Menendez, I wasn't familiar with the case because in Spain it's not that popular. It wasn't until this moment. But yes, it's always a different responsibility. But mostly what it is to try to embody somebody that had such an effect on so many people. And that has to do with trying to be as accurate as possible in shaping that character. And in this case, I didn't have much information about it because there is no much audio or video material to look at. So I just follow the material and went there.
Peel back so many layers, and I'm going to come back to that, but I want to ask you as well. Kitty, what an interesting character to play. What was it like for you? And you were here in the States. Do you recall the story and the headlines?
I do recall. I was a teenager, so I don't think I was that invested in what was happening with the trial. But Ian Brennan and Ryan Murphy decided to tell the story from different people's perspectives that were affected by the crime. So as actors, we had to play different people's ideas of these characters. We weren't playing one truth of a person. So it was a challenging acting exercise first and foremost. And I think a lot of people have opinions about these people and they're very passionate about the crime and the story and what allegedly happened to the boys. So we have to consider the weight of all of that and of all of people's already preconceived ideas of these people and the crime. So like Javier was saying, it's a lot of responsibility, and you're really taking a lot more than just like an acting role when you come on board playing anybody who is known, whether they were extremely famous or there's only a few photographs of them that exist, but they were a part of something that the collective consciousness was so enthralled with.
Absolutely, and the consciousness is obsessed with this story. And you talked about people's perceptions and responses. Erik, of course, has responded from prison. Javier, what are your thoughts on him calling the project inaccurate?
Well, I think it's absolutely legitimate for him to express and have an opinion, of course, and I totally respect that. We totally respect that, and we support whatever he wants to think about it because it's his life. That being said, the show doesn't want to show one truth. The show has to show different views depending on who's telling the story, based on research and facts and opinions. And I mean, it's nothing that it doesn't have anything to do with a statement. And this is what it was, because nobody knows except those two boys, two old men like me, and those parents who are not here to say anything. So, but whatever he said, I totally understand and support it.
This character, some of those scenes were so difficult to watch, and you ate up the screen in these performances, and it was fascinating to peel back the layer and see José's backstory. Mm-hmm. What was that like for you to dive deeper into this character that, again, here in the U.S. we were obsessed with, and to maybe present more opinions or more sides to him, to an audience?
Well, I think it was very rewarding to have our episode where we see Kitty's and José Menendez's background and where they're coming from, because we both needed to express their motives and their circumstances to understand better who they were. So it was rewarding to have that episode for us to explore. No?
Excellent. And Chloë, your response to Erik's response to saying it was inaccurate, or his statements from prison?
I mean, I think Erik and Lyle and the family have a right to say, so their opinion, obviously, and to vocalize it and make as many statements as they want to make. And I know that Netflix has a documentary coming out where they tell their side of the story. So I think it's admirable of Netflix to give them that platform to reach, as many people as they want to tell their side of the story. And, I'm very interested to tune in and hear them.